There's such a disconnect nowadays because so many men have been feminized and so many women have been masculinized, and nobody knows quite their role. And then nobody wants to take responsibility or be vulnerable and say, "Well, I don't really know." So you have a lot of guys, most guys nowadays, who are just craving some kind of intimacy and connection. But the only
Yeah.
way they know how to have that is through some sort of physical act like sex. Then you have a lot of ladies who don't know how to express and don't know how to say, "I don't feel safe," or "I feel safe," or "I'm not aware of this." And then they don't have these conversations so they can create that safe space where they can let the animal aspects out. They're like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex because I think that's the first step is we need to talk about it. We need to have a safe space as men and women to come together and talk about it.
People say like women often feel unsafe physically and men often feel unsafe emotionally. And it's hard to understand when you haven't been conditioned in that way.
I think I saw that the other day, and I think it's something we should probably focus on a little bit. It's just the fact that a man's purpose is to be fit, create physical safety for his partner, his woman, and a woman's purpose is to create emotional safety for her man. And I think thinking of that as like a purpose and a path is something we should probably focus on because that leads ultimately to intimacy and sex.
Man, if you can be vulnerable and safe in the sexual aspect of your relationship, you could be vulnerable and safe in the financial aspect of your relationship and in just the all the other dynamics that go on in a relationship. I mean, man, if you can have that in the sexual realm, then man, that just makes it easier to bleed over into all the others.
Yeah, and in my view, ultimately, we're all responsible for our own feelings of safety with who we are. We're responsible for our own safety and we're responsible for our own arousal. Feel yourself first. Slow down, take some breaths, feel what's underneath the agitation, the anxiety, and remember that feel what you really want, that connection with your partner, that connection with yourself. I'd say like slow down is a great a great thing for most people.